All right, y'all, welcome back. Guess what? We got another one for you. It's this one that coming straight out of Brooklyn, Crown Heights to be exact.
Exactly.
It's very shocking, but take a look and we'll make our comment afterwards.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. Shocking, but not shocking, if you get what I mean. Let's listen.
Let's go.
Caught on video when a man in a wheelchair is assaulted in Crown Heights. Tonight, that victim is speaking out. And News 12's Rob Flax has this exclusive story.
Yeah, shocking video showing the moment that Troy McLeod is attacked while simply taking his dogs for a walk.
Call 911. Call 911. How can you do that to a man in a wheelchair?
I was in panic and then I tried to get up, but lucky thing someone was there.
Felt like a vengeful vibe to me because for the extent of the situation, there was no need for it.
Troy McLeod says he was taking his dogs for a walk on Lincoln Place when this man, identified as Levi Kabakov, appeared agitated and told McLeod to take his dogs away from his children, something McLeod says he did, adding his dogs were muzzled and not aggressive.
My dogs did not do anything to his children, and even when he was violating me, my dogs still didn't involve themselves to hurt him.
Police say the suspect continued to act aggressively, throwing a wooden block at McLeod and striking him multiple times with a bench before pushing him out of his chair, despite onlookers' attempts to stop him. He now faces 2 counts of second-degree assault. McLeod says the attack has left him with chronic pain in his hands, which he needs to get around.
When he hit me with a big piece of bench, I had to block it twice. So that's why my hand was in pain.
He tells us he wants Kabakov to take responsibility and for people to know it is never okay to resort to violence.
If you have a problem with anything, call someone, take a time out. But you have no right to put your hands or violate anyone for no reason.
How can you do that to a man in a wheelchair?
In Crown Heights, Rob Flax, News 12, Brooklyn.
You just saw that foolishness, right?
Wow.
Now, I'm going to start off by saying if that was the other way around,
Oh, yeah.
Troy would have been in jail till today, all right, until the hearing. Now, here's the thing. What happened to Troy should have never happened. Second of all, Levi accused Troy of, well, actually, they said that he came out of the house. He thought that Troy's dogs, because Troy has 2 dogs, as you saw, he thought that the dogs were messing with his children. But common sense here. Let's apply some intellect.
Those dogs are trained, right?
But not only are those dogs, well, you know, you're not going to know if the dogs are trained because they're not personally your dogs, right?
Good.
However, how can you think that the dogs are a threat when the dogs are muzzled? What are they going to do? Bite through the muzzle? Makes absolutely no sense. And even when Troy tried to reason with Levi, it's like, okay, I don't want to hear anything. You know something? I'm just going to get physical with you. Okay, first of all, Levi, you're full of crap. Because this person is in a wheelchair. Bad enough this person is in a wheelchair. Where's your empathy? Where's your empathy? I know that you guys are really, really nice when it comes to each other. You have that brotherly and sisterly love and you look out for each other. But when it comes to other races, you guys, a lot of you do not care about other races. I get it. But on the same token, what's wrong is wrong and what's right is right.
Yeah.
And that was totally uncalled for and you should be punished for that. And now my whole thing is this, right? When anything happens within you guys' community, you're not gonna do the marching.
Right.
You're not gonna do the marching like the other minorities, like the Hispanics and the blacks and everybody else. What you are gonna do is you're gonna go straight to corporate. You're gonna go to the top. You're gonna hit up the mayor, the governor, and whoever else you have to talk to.
Exactly.
Because you guys don't do the marching, and I get that. And a lot of times you get results. Okay. So with that being said, what do you think Troy should do? Do you think Troy should go straight to the department of whomever or the mayor or even the governor and see what could, because this is ridiculous. Should he sue you? You guys give great legal advice. So what do you think Troy should do in this instance? Should he, literally, like I said, should he sue you? Should he continue to press charges? Should he demand that you pay him?
Yeah. I mean,
listen, that's ridiculous. That was very absurd. And shout out to the lady who was yelling in the background, called the cops.
She was the award winner in the whole video.
I'm telling you, I'm not sure if she was a Jewish lady because the accent does sound Jewish. And she was yelling, call the cops, kudos to her. And then you turned around and then you got nasty with her too. But the video cut. But you got a problem.
Right.
And for the most part, you should have never done that. You don't put your hands on individual,
Well, he struck
whether or
him-
not if they're Jewish or not. And then you had the nerve to strike him
Strike
with
him
the bench,
with the bench and a piece of wood.
with the plank.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Take the guy out? Absurd. Like I said, you guys do great when it comes to connecting as a community amongst yourself. You're very tight knit. But when it comes to others, you don't want the infiltration. I get it. But
Yeah.
others also need to learn from you guys as well, minus the violence.
I think at this point they understood that they probably messed up. They know they messed up, but to some extent they feel like they can always get away with it every time they do stuff like this. Troy, on the other hand, it was just unfortunate for him to be pushed out of the chair and struck by the piece of wood or whatever it is that
The
they
plank.
went through, the plank that they.
And you
they
saw
hit
the
with.
size of that plank. That thing
Yeah,
is
it was
thick.
pretty
And then
good.
you hit him. Of course, he
Yeah.
tried to block. So you hit him
Yeah, it
on
was
his
pretty-
arms,
yeah.
knowing damn well that his feet is not in use.
And he depends on
And
his
he
arms.
depends on his arms. You should be sued, honestly. And you should. Anyway, according to, I'm sorry, babe.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
heated.
Do you, go ahead.
I'm pissed because
I'm
that
here.
is uncalled for. Very unjust.
I'm here.
You guys are always quick to talk about people disrespecting you. Everything is a hate crime. What the hell was that? Would you have done that to another Jewish counterpart?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. They would've-
Let's take a look at the article. I mean, the article pretty much sums up everything that the video said. Of course, you know what happened in Crown Heights, and it took place on March 29th, broad daylight, as all of us saw. And it also says that Troy obviously did say that he has chronic pain. And it also says that Levi was arraigned on March 30th and released without bail pending a court appearance on July 17th. The release part without bail is kind of weird to me because usually when they set bail, right? Bail just simply means that, you know, you're going to stay. You're not going to, you're not going to
flee the
evade. You're
country.
not going to try to flee the country. Okay? So he was charged no bail. All right. However, he does have a court appearance on July 17th. Look forward to seeing what the outcome is with that. The difference between, like I said before, is when anything happens to them, they make sure they get justice. However, let's see how this situation pans out with Troy. To Troy, of course, I hope you're feeling better. And I
Definitely.
hope you continue to pursue with this case because, you know, actions should definitely take place.
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
unacceptable and very disrespectful.
Right. So our prayers to you and hope that you are recovered with, you know,
Full
no
recovery.
further injuries or complaints or whatever, you know. Oh, great dogs, by the way.